Prince William just made a decision that could backfire spectacularly. Behind palace doors, Princess Beatrice is reportedly furious. Insiders are whispering about a major strategic error, and the future of the monarchy itself might be hanging in the balance. What did William do that has royal watchers predicting he'll be forced to reverse course? Stay with me, because this story reveals a power struggle that's been brewing for years. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we dive deep into the stories the mainstream media only scratches the surface on. Today, we're uncovering a fresh controversy within the royal family that has everything: family tension, strategic miscalculation, and a prince who might have just alienated the wrong people. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because royal drama moves fast, and you don't want to miss what happens next. So what exactly did Prince William do? According to multiple sources close to the palace, the Prince of Wales has made a calculated decision to sideline Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie from major royal events. We're talking about the big occasions: Trooping the Colour, Royal Ascot, the Chelsea Flower Show. These are the events that define the royal calendar, the moments when the world watches. This isn't just about skipping a garden party. This is about visibility, relevance, and who gets to represent the monarchy on the global stage. And William has reportedly drawn a line in the sand. Beatrice and Eugenie, despite their royal blood and their public profiles, are being pushed to the margins. Now, William isn't doing this out of personal spite. This decision is part of his broader vision for what he calls a slimmed-down monarchy. The idea is simple: fewer working royals, tighter control, clearer messaging. Think of it as corporate restructuring, but with crowns and centuries of tradition at stake. The core group William envisions includes King Charles, Queen Camilla, himself and Catherine, their children, Princess Anne, and the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh. That's it. A lean, focused team designed to project stability and minimize controversy. On paper, it sounds logical, but here's where things get messy. Behind the scenes, this decision has sparked serious tension. Sources close to Princess Beatrice suggest she believes William has made a huge mistake. The word being used is miscalculation. And the concern isn't just about hurt feelings. It's about strategy, optics, and the long-term health of the institution itself. Here's the problem William might not have fully considered: public sympathy. Beatrice and Eugenie are well-liked. They're seen as modern, relatable royals who balance private careers with their heritage. Beatrice works in the technology sector. Eugenie has her own career in the art world. They're not full-time working royals demanding taxpayer funding. They show up, they support the family, they contribute when called upon, and they stay relatively drama-free. In many ways, they represent exactly what a modern monarchy should look like: relevant without being costly, visible without being demanding. So when they're suddenly excluded from major events, people notice. And the narrative that starts to form isn't "William is streamlining the monarchy." It's "William is punishing innocent women for their father's mistakes." That's a PR disaster waiting to happen. And make no mistake, Beatrice and Eugenie understand media dynamics. There are reports of carefully staged photo opportunities, strategic public appearances timed to maximize impact. If they feel unfairly sidelined, they have the tools and the public platform to shape the narrative in their favor. They could become sympathetic figures, and William could become the villain who treated family members coldly for circumstances beyond their control. The question insiders are asking is this: did William think this through, or did he make a decisive move without fully gaming out the consequences? Of course, we can't talk about this situation without addressing the elephant in the room: Prince Andrew. The controversy surrounding the former Duke of York is the shadow that looms over everything. His associations, his legal troubles, his spectacular fall from grace, all of it created a toxic cloud that, fair or not, extends to his daughters. From William's perspective, the logic is clear. Every time Beatrice or Eugenie appear at a major royal event, the media coverage inevitably circles back to their father. Questions get asked. old scandals get rehashed. The focus shifts from the monarchy's message to uncomfortable reminders of past controversies. It becomes a distraction, pulling attention away from the work William and Catherine are trying to do, from the causes they're championing, from the modern image they're trying to cultivate. William wants to avoid that at all costs. He's thinking strategically about brand management, about message discipline, about controlling the narrative in an age where narratives can spiral out of control within hours. If the goal is to project a clean, forward-looking image, then anyone who invites unwanted questions becomes a liability. It's cold, it's calculated, but in William's mind, it's absolutely necessary for protecting the institution he'll one day lead. The problem is that Beatrice and Eugenie have done nothing wrong. They're not responsible for their father's choices. They've maintained dignity and discretion throughout an incredibly difficult situation. So when they're penalized anyway, it raises uncomfortable questions about fairness and family loyalty. There's also the Sarah Ferguson factor. Reports suggest that Fergie, the Duchess of York, may spend more time at Royal Lodge with Andrew. Any increased visibility for her, combined with public appearances by her daughters, could create a narrative William desperately wants to avoid. The Yorks as a parallel royal storyline competing for attention. William is trying to draw clear boundaries, but boundaries can look like walls, and walls can make people feel shut out. Here's where it gets even more interesting. King Charles, William's father and the current monarch, reportedly wasn't entirely on board with this approach. According to insiders, Charles preferred a more moderate strategy. He's known for seeking middle ground, for trying to keep family harmony even when it complicates decision-making. Charles has long supported the idea of a slimmed-down monarchy. He talked about it for years before becoming king. But his version apparently left more room for flexibility, for including extended family members when appropriate. William's approach is more rigid, more absolute. This creates a fascinating dynamic. William is the future king, the one who will be dealing with these decisions for decades. He's asserting his vision now, even if it means overriding his father's preferences. It's a sign of confidence, but also of impatience. William doesn't want to wait. He wants to shape the monarchy on his terms, starting immediately. The question is whether this generational difference in leadership style will become a larger issue. Charles values continuity and gradual change. William seems to favor decisive action and clear breaks with the past. Both approaches have merit, but they can also clash. Royal families have always faced these tensions. History is full of examples where internal disagreements reshaped the institution. The abdication crisis with Edward VIII and Wallis Simpson led to a complete separation from official royal life. Decisions were made, lines were drawn, and the monarchy moved forward. But here's the critical difference. Today's media environment is nothing like the past. In 1936, the palace controlled the narrative through traditional press channels. Today, social media moves faster than any official statement. Public opinion forms in real time. Narratives can't be managed through carefully worded press releases and strategic photo ops alone. This is the landscape William is navigating, and it's unforgiving. A decision that seems strategically sound in a palace meeting room can look harsh and unfair when dissected on Twitter, analyzed on YouTube, and debated across millions of social media comments. Princess Anne and the Edinburghs, the royals William wants to focus on, are reliable and hardworking. They carry out hundreds of engagements annually with minimal fuss. They're the model of what William envisions, but reliability isn't the same as relatability. Younger audiences, the future base of public support, often connect more with figures like Beatrice and Eugenie who balance royal heritage with modern careers and accessible lifestyles. If William loses that connection, if he's seen as too rigid or too cold toward family members, it could undermine the very goals he's trying to achieve. The monarchy's survival depends on public support, and public support requires both respect and affection. So what happens next? Right now, there's no official statement from Buckingham Palace confirming any permanent exclusion. Much of this is based on insider reports and informed speculation. But the silence itself is telling. The palace knows this is sensitive territory. William could double down on his decision, maintaining that tough choices are necessary for long-term sustainability. He could argue that consistency and clarity matter more than temporary public criticism. Leadership, after all, sometimes means making unpopular decisions. Or he could adjust course. If public sympathy swings toward Beatrice and Eugenie, if the backlash becomes louder than anticipated, William might find ways to include them selectively, perhaps at less prominent events or in carefully defined roles. This would save face while addressing concerns about fairness. The wild card is how Beatrice and Eugenie respond. If they remain silent and dignified, the story might fade. But if they, or sources close to them, continue pushing back through media channels, the pressure on William increases. They have agency here, leverage even, and they might choose to use it strategically. This situation perfectly captures the challenge facing the modern monarchy. How do you balance tradition with adaptation? How do you maintain family unity while managing controversy? And how do you decide who represents the crown when every appearance carries amplified scrutiny in an era of instant global communication? Prince William is betting that a smaller, tightly controlled royal team is the answer. But if Princess Beatrice is right, if this truly is a huge mistake, then William might find himself forced to reverse course in a way that damages his credibility as a future king. Only time will tell whether this decision strengthens the monarchy or creates unnecessary division at a moment when unity matters most. What do you think? Did William make the right call, or is this a strategic error that will come back to haunt him? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one. If you found this deep dive valuable, smash that like button. It helps more people discover this content and keeps the channel growing. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our analysis of the stories that shape our world. Royal drama never sleeps, and neither do we. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next. Prince William just made a decision that could backfire spectacularly. Behind palace doors, Princess Beatrice is reportedly furious. Insiders are whispering about a major strategic error, and the future of the monarchy itself might be hanging in the balance. What did William do that has royal watchers predicting he'll be forced to reverse course? Stay with me, because this story reveals a power struggle that's been brewing for years.